News Channel 5 on your side presents Kaleidoscope, focusing on people who make a difference in Northeast Ohio communities.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Leon Bibb. Kaleidoscope, glad to have you with us. Women of Color Foundation hosts its annual Leadership Development Institute and Awards Luncheon on November the 5th at Cleveland State University, the Wallstein Center. Chairwoman and founder Alexandria Boone is here to tell us all about the event and about the 2015 honorees. Then later on, we'll hear from Gail Stumphauser of Margot's Free to Be Project, and Roxanne Kaufman Elliott. Gail is hosting a conference for girls and women on October the 31st at Lorain County Community College, where Roxanne will be the keynote speaker. On the broadcast after that, Program President and CEO of the Renee Jones Empowerment Center, Renee Jones, and board member Carla Carter are here to tell us about the center's upcoming fundraiser, taking place at Windows on the River. That's in November as well. Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Leon Bibb. This is Kaleidoscope. Always good to have you with us. And one of our regulars here is back with us, Alexandria Boone, chairwoman and founder of Women of Color Foundation. Hey, Alex.
Hey, Leon. How are you? I'm
okay. I'm doing quite well. I'm quite well. Women of Color is still at it. Women of Color doing something
still
special.
At it. Yeah, still at it. On November 5th at Cleveland State University's Wallstein Convocation Center, we're hosting our 11th annual Leadership Development and Training Institute and Awards Luncheon.
And that's pretty much the mission of the Women of Color
Absolutely.
Organization and Foundation.
Right, recognizing and training women and girls of all colors.
Why do you think it's important for you to be doing the kind of work that you've been doing?
Well, Leon, it's really a passion, almost like a ministry for me, and I think it's important because women, and especially women of color, we face different challenges than other women and other individuals in the community, and that this gives us a chance to share our triumphs and our challenges in a session or a place that's safe.
And for younger kids, younger women, younger girls,
younger women, younger girls,
yes. This is inspiration, isn't it?
It absolutely is. We have students to come all the time. We provide scholarships for them to attend our events. And for women who can't afford to come, we also provide scholarships.
You've got some honorees you're gonna...
Oh, yeah, we have some great honorees this year. We have our top award is the Woman of the Year, and that's going to Lorraine Vega, who's the Senior Vice President of Corporate Philanthropy at KeyBank.
Yeah.
And then our Professional Woman of the Year is LaJoyce Naylor, the Executive Director of Diversity and Inclusion at Cleveland Clinic. And then a special award that we give out every year in the name of Congresswoman Stephanie Tubbs Jones is called our Courage Award, and that's going to Laura Cowan, who's the founder of the Laura Cowan Foundation. And she's a fearless advocate for ending domestic violence.
We had Laura Cowan sitting right where were you sitting a couple of weeks ago.
Right, I was here actually when she was taping.
Yeah, that's right, you did come in with her. You accompanied her and sat over there in the peanut gallery.
There you go.
She did her thing.
Right.
Yeah, well, good to have you on the broadcast.
Well,
sitting here on microphone. This is going to be a big day for you on November the let me catch my November the 5th at the Wallstein Center at Cleveland State University. How do people get in line for tickets?
Well, they can go to our website, or they can call our 800 number 866-962-3411 and dial extension 307, or they can go to www.womenofcolorfoundation.com
and get all the information about what's going on.
All the information. We will be sending out an email blast shortly with pictures and bios on the honorees, because we're very excited about what's happening this year.
We've got construction which is going on the building next door to Channel 5. If you hear kind of a low warble kind of a sound picking up, I don't know if our microphones are picking up, but that's what it is. The fault is not in your television, but in the construction workers next door. We have no control over what they're doing. They've got to make a living, though, tearing down the building next door. What do you want the people to walk away with once they come to your event?
I guess, Leon, I want them to walk away with a sense of having been empowered, motivated, and inspired to walk into their own greatness, because as you know, we all have a period where we may be low and concerned about where do I go next. But at the Women of Color Foundation, we try to provide that extra push that you need to make the move that's going to make the rest of your life better.
You've been doing this for some years now.
Too long.
It's never too long for you, Alex.
It's, you know, I I've been at this for 14 years, Leon, and in 2017 we're going to celebrate our 15th anniversary.
This is mission work for you.
Oh, no question.
This is more than a job.
This is what I was born to do. You know, they say two things happen in your life. One is you're born, and the next is when you learn what you were born to do. And this is what I do.
What do you want the public to do? How can the public support you?
Well, the public can support us by spreading the word, because when people come to our events and they register and we gain new sponsors, then that allows us to continue our programs, because all of the money that we use to operate our foundation is donated, and we spend 79 cents on every dollar for programming. Right.
Okay. And once again, people can get more information on everything we're talking about by going to womenofcolorfoundation.com.
Correct.
The website. And there was a phone number you gave as well.
Right. That's 866-962-3411, extension 307.
Yeah. And people can call that phone number. I think we've got that on the screen. We'll try and get that on the screen if we don't already have
They
it.
can leave a message, or they can email us. On the website is my direct email. They can email us with questions.
Everything starts Thursday, November the 5th, 8 o'clock in the morning until mid-afternoon at Cleveland State University's Wallstein Center.
Right.
Which is right downtown Cleveland, on the East 20th Street and Prospect Avenue. You can find the Wallstein Center.
Right.
Good to have you on the broadcast.
Oh, glad to be back anytime, Leon. Thank you.
Oh, good to always. Alexandria and I go back a long, long way. We go back into childhood. We grew up together.
Absolutely.
And our parents knew each other many years ago.
Many years.
We won't say how many, but many.
A lot.
Okay. Alexandria Boone, chairwoman and founder of the Women of Color Foundation. I'm going to take a break. We'll be right back in just a moment, talking about a conference focusing on girls and women and all of that. This is Kaleidoscope. Back in a moment. Welcome back to Kaleidoscope. Always good to have you with us. Margot's Free to Be Project will host its annual Discovering You conference Saturday, October the 31st. Its founder, Gail Stumphauser, is here, along with Roxanne Kaufman-Elliott. They're here to tell us about the organization and the conference, which is geared toward helping women and girls break through the barriers which are keeping them from being the best that they can be. So Gail Stumphauser, good to have you with us.
Thank you.
Gail seated on the left and Roxanne Kaufman-Elliott seated on the right. Let's start with you, Gail. You're the founder of Margot's Free to Be Project. Tell me, what is Margot's Free to Be Project?
Well, Margot was my daughter, and she was a beautiful, very talented, very kind young woman who was very subject to outside influences. And, you know, we all face influences of TV and media and just people in our sphere of influence. So she suffered with issues of self-esteem, and she unfortunately suffered from an eating disorder, and at 29 years old she passed away. But in her short life, she really helped a lot of people because she noticed their gifts and talents, and she took the time to talk with them and to get to know them.
That inspired you to move on. Not really inspired,
Absolutely.
That's not the word I want to use, but you know, that kind of prompted you to move on, to form this Free to Be Project. What do you want women and girls to understand in the Free to Be Project?
Well, it's really very simple. You're born with all the gifts and talents that you need to be happy and successful, but your strength has to come from inside. So you're good enough just the way that you are, and you're worthy of all of the wonderful things that life has to offer. And we need to get to young girls, especially, the younger the better, because we have to help them to understand that they're strong and they're able to do whatever they want to do in life.
Roxanne Kaufman-Elliott, you're the keynote speaker to the conference coming up.
I am.
You say amen to everything she said.
I do.
There's full agreement there. Speak on that. Speak on that. What are you going to tell the people who go to this conference, which is scheduled for October the 31st?
Thank you, Leon. I don't want to give it all away, but it's really all about what Gail was saying. It's about reaching the heart and the spirit of every woman and every girl that is at the conference, and for them to pay it forward too, so they can really reach down in an environment that's safe, that's warm and loving and supportive, to find the place inside of them from which their life and their worthiness really come from. Because we are all born worthy, and somewhere along the line, as Gail was saying, we lose sight of that, or we lose pieces of that. So this is really about bringing it all back together, and what I will do is address that in a way that will hopefully touch the hearts and the spirit of everyone there, and also give them some context and some tools and steps to actually make a difference in the way they think going forward when they walk out of the conference.
Gail, we've got a graphic which was on the screen just a moment ago saying, "I am worthy."
Yes.
That's what this is all about.
Yes,
Right?
That is
it's
our
about worthy.
tagline.
Who can attend this conference? By the way, it's going to be Saturday, October the 31st at Lorain County Community College at the Spitzer Center. Starts at 9 o'clock in the morning and goes through until the afternoon, 4:15. 9 o'clock in the morning, Saturday, October 31st, Lorain County Community College. Who can attend, and what's it cost to get there?
Women come from every walk of life, so it's a very diverse group of females. That's the only thing really that we have much in common, but from the outside, that's what we have in common. The youngest, 10 years old, so we have special breakouts for girls 10 to 15, although they are with the women for part of the day as well. And then actually last year our oldest attendee was 91. So there's really something for everyone.
No matter what age.
No matter what age.
We all can get need a little inspiration about being worthy, right?
We most certainly do.
When should we start, Roxanne, talking to, especially our daughters? When should we start telling them that they are worthy? Where does that begin?
From the beginning of their existence. From the very beginning of their existence, before they're even physically in the world. We need to send those messages to our daughters. You're worthy.
And
They come into the world,
Yeah.
I believe, not knowing that there's nothing wrong with them. They can do anything. And we teach them to think otherwise.
Right.
And so we want to get them back to that place of pureness.
I want to ask you about your vision for Margot's Free to Be project in just a moment, but let's put a phone number on the screen in our final 2 minutes, 440-541-6387, as you see at the bottom of the screen, or go to free2beproject.org, and that 2 is the numeral 2, free2beproject.org. More information on everything we're talking about.
I did want to answer something that you asked me earlier, though. The cost is $49 for girls, $79 for women. That includes a continental breakfast and lunch, lots of goodies, and a great, powerful day. But we do have scholarships available because we don't want anyone that wants to be there not to be able to attend. And they can find out about that by calling me directly at the number that you had listed on your screen.
We're talking about empowering women, especially in this whole broadcast today. We're
Yes.
talking about empowering women, and even our upcoming segment after you with the Renee Jones organization. That's what we're talking about, empowering women. And empowering boys too, and men as well. We're talking about empowering people. We are all worthy.
Right.
Yeah.
That's your message, right?
Yes,
Right.
absolutely.
What keeps us from doing what we should do? What are the obstacles that get in the way in our final minute?
I think a lot of times we listen to, as Gail mentioned earlier, Leon, we listen to all of the noise around us that says you should be this person, you should be this student, you should be this professional or not. This is what you should be doing. I wish we could remove the word should from our language so that we could really take a deeper look inside to say not what should we be doing, but who are we and how do we align our lives and our choices along who we really are and what our strengths are, and go do that and play in our strengths.
We are all worthy.
We are.
Thank you so much for being on the broadcast. Gail Stumphauser, founder of Margot's Free to Be project, and Roxanne Kaufman-Elliott, keynote speaker for the Discovering You Conference, which is slated for Saturday, October 31st, Lorain County Community College at the Spitzer Center. Starts at 9 o'clock in the morning. There's a phone number at the bottom of the screen, 440-541-6387. There's a website there as well. More information on everything we're talking about.
Thank
You
you
both
very
are
much.
worthy.
And you are as well.
We're trying to be. Aren't we all? We got to tell that to the children, don't we,
That's
audience?
right.
Yes, we do.
Right. Absolutely. Thank you.
Take a
Thank
break.
you,
I'll be
Leon.
right back. Welcome back to more of Kaleidoscope. The Renee Jones Empowerment Center hosts its annual fundraiser. It's called Project Red Cord, Breaking the Chains of Human Trafficking. The event is going to be held at Windows on the River, Saturday, November the 7th. The president and CEO, Renee Jones, is here, along with board member Carla Carter Lovejoy, to share information about the fundraiser and the mission of the organization. Good to have you with us,
Great
Renee
to be
Jones.
here.
And
Thank you for
Carla
having
Carter.
us. Thank you so much.
Okay, good to have you both with us. Renee, tell me about the Renee Jones Empowerment Center, named after you, obviously.
Yes.
What does it do?
Well, the Renee Jones Empowerment Center is a center that focuses on the community and helping those that have been broken. And our mission is to help them get back on their feet through personal and professional development and all types of programs that help them to heal from the brokenness that has been in their lives.
Carla, how do you do that?
Oh, just a passion to help the women. We not call them survivors, but we call them thrivers, because they're really getting some great tools at the center to be able to be productive, get jobs, get housing, get careers. So I just love doing it.
This human trafficking problem is a huge problem in our country.
Yes.
Really, in our world.
Exactly.
Yes, it is.
Exactly.
How do you tackle it? How do you help them break the chains?
Okay. Through, awareness and being able to see the red flags, what things to look for so you can stay out of trouble, and going out to schools and churches and things like that, and just being able to say, hey, these are the things that you should be looking for, and being able to stay out of that life.
Red flags all the way around, aren't they, Renee?
Absolutely.
I mean, you've got social media where you can be in touch with somebody you don't even know who you're talking to.
You don't even know who you are, and that's
they
a
may
big
be
issue.
trying to pull you into the sex trafficking business.
Absolutely, and it's something that we really are really passionate about, making sure that parents and teens understand the dangers that can be involved with social media. And we see a lot of teens who get involved in trafficking through social media, meeting strangers.
You brought something with you which we're going to get a shot, because I just think it's just a wonderful example of what we're talking about. We can get that on one of our cameras here. Maybe Vince is our cameraman. He'll get a shot of this. Tell me about breaking the chains. What's going to happen when you have this event called Red Cord Breaking the Chains on Human Trafficking on Saturday, November the 7th?
Well, it's an opportunity for us to first acknowledge those who are working in the community to help us break those chains. So we have an award ceremony as part of the gala, which will be honoring Marilyn Cassidy, Judge Marilyn Cassidy, for the human trafficking docket that's in the community, the Cleveland Municipal Court System. We have a detective from the prosecutor's office who will receive the Distinguished Public Service Award. We'll be acknowledging the National Council of Jewish Women, the Cleveland organization, for their role in getting the word out and spreading about human trafficking awareness, and also WEWS Cleveland, which is a business organization whose members have been very involved with mentoring some of our women and survivors.
Now, this is open to the public. People can come to this event, right?
Definitely.
That you're having.
Yes.
What do they need to do in order to get in line so they can go to Windows on the River on Saturday, November the 7th at 5 o'clock in the afternoon?
They can visit Renee's website, rjecempower.org, and click on Eventbrite.
Yeah.
And the tickets are still available. They're $100 per person. Part of that money is tax deductible, and just be able to.
And this is a fundraiser, so you
Yes,
can
it is.
continue to do the work you're doing.
Exactly.
I know you're headquartered over on West 65th
Right.
Street on the Cleveland West Side.
Right.
Renee, what was your vision? What was your inspiration? Why did you found this empowerment center?
You know, my inspiration was I wanted to show people that one person, if you have passion and drive, you can make a difference where you are. And that's how the center was founded. We were this little center that had a big passion to work with those who have been thrown away, who have been tossed away, and nobody really knew how to help them. To create a place where they could feel they can come in and receive the healing that they need, receive the support that they need, and just to be able to change lives.
This entire broadcast, we've been talking about women having power, especially women, but all people realizing that they've got power inside of them. Once you get them off the street, you try to get them back where they need to be, right, Carla? Speak to that a little bit.
Yes, we at the center we have so many different groups that are put on. We have an art therapy group, a mentoring group where women in the community come in and actually mentor some of the women and girls that are at the center. Do a lot of good connections with social workers and therapists, and maybe a connection in the future with different hospitals where we can get some of the services to the women that need it.
Yeah, I've got 30 seconds remaining. This is if you are saving the world. Gandhi said, save the the life of one person, it is as if you have saved the world. Agreed?
Absolutely, agreed. And I feel like if we can touch and change one life, it's worth it. And this Breaking the Change Gala is a chance for people. We have survivors there who we celebrate. And it's a chance for people to come together and give them support in a way that helps them to know they are a treasure.
There's the phone number, 216-651-9601, or you can go to RJECE-Empower.org.
That's correct.
It's down at the bottom of the screen. It's down at the bottom of the screen.
Yeah.
Write it down, won't you?
Yes.
Thank you, ladies, for being on
Thank
the
you.
broadcast.
Thank you
Renee
so
Jones and Carla Carter Lovejoy, both of the Renee Jones Empowerment Center. I'm taking a break, and Marsha Mockabee of the Urban League joins me at the anchor desk in a moment. This is the morning exchange segment of Kaleidoscope. That means Marsha Mockabee of the Urban League always puts a cap on the broadcast. Always comes with something interesting to say and worthy to be said.
Well, thank you, Leon, and thank you for the opportunity today. Really, I want to talk about and get our community remembering that our Equal Opportunity Day luncheon is coming up on Friday, November 20th. And it will be at 11:30 at the Westin. Now, what's going to be really exciting about this year is we're going to give a 5-year report to the community about what we've been doing over these past 5 years. And, you know, this year marks our 98th birthday. So 98 years
of the Urban League of Greater Cleveland.
Of Greater Cleveland, and we're getting to that countdown place for Centennial. So we really want the community, and we want to thank the community for, you know, during our recovery time, how we continue to get support, and how we've been able to, what, as I say, build the airplane and fly it all at the same time.
Yeah, sometimes you got the airplane going and you got to make repairs, but you don't have time to land.
Absolutely,
Just got
absolutely.
and that's what you've been doing. And
absolutely.
Thank goodness you've been there. You've been the CEO now. Has it been 5 years?
Actually, I started as the interim CEO in 2009, became official in 2011. So we just keep chugging away, have a great team of people over at the Urban League, without which we could not have made the recovery that we have.
Well, thank you for what you continue to do. And the organization certainly has a proud history. 98 years in Cleveland.
Yes.
The Nationals older than that, I would imagine.
Yes, over 100.
Over 100. So thank you so much for what you're doing. Ladies and gentlemen, the lovely and the talented Marsha Mockabee of the Urban League. Just a wonderful worker. One of the heroes of this town is Marsha Mockabee. Take it from me. I'm Leon Bibb. This is Kaleidoscope, and we'll say so long.
This has been a presentation of News Channel 5's Kaleidoscope, a weekly public affairs program brought to you in partnership with the Urban League of Greater Cleveland.